Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rockwell's back at you with a special, newer edition of Building the Team. So, earlier tonight was a sealed event for the new click set Avengers, Black Panther, and the Illuminati. So, let's look at one, what I pulled and what I ran. Crap. Alright. So, the idea of the sealed event is, generally, you buy 2 boosters, crack them open, build a 300-point team out of that. Sometimes you can pull off a pretty decent team. Other times, you get crap. So, let's look at what I ran and talk about how I did. So, from the 2 boosters, I can't remember exactly which was in which booster, so we'll just look at each figure individually, mostly. We'll start with the commons. We got AIM Red Squad. It's a generic. I love me some generics. Oh boy, do I love me some generics. Now the AIM Red Squad comes in at 20 points. And it has the AIM, Avengers, Hydra, and Soldier keywords. Oh, I love all that. Anyway, so we got ourselves a trait starting off. Security and Tactics Division. At the beginning of the game, for all characters with this trait, choose Empower or Enhancement, and they can use the chosen power this game. If they're part of a named theme team, you can choose both. So, yeah, the AIM Red Squad is probably one of the best support pieces you've got right now. Especially at 20 points. Okay, yeah, don't get me wrong. AIM Blue Squad is just a little bit better with that on-dial probability control. But still. Whew, yeah. Anyway, so we open up with a click of... Get a short dial. Click of sidestep and a couple clicks of flurry. On defense, we got some toughness followed by combat reflexes. That's it. Next up, we've got ourselves Black Panther. Now, this is not T'Challa. This is actually Kevin Cole. Jesus. Who is from I want to say a run of a Black Panther story arc that ran, in the early 2000s, maybe also late 90s. But anyway, Black Panther comes in at 45 points. Has the PD team ability, as well as the Wakanda and police keywords. He also has improved movement, ignores elevated and hindering terrain. We got a trait as a trait with a cost, plus 5 points. Granted the mantle of White Tiger. So if you run him you can run him at 45 or 50 points. At 50 points, he has the mantle of the White Tiger trait. When he would be KO'd, you may instead replace him with White Tiger on click number 5. If you do, after resolutions, roll a d6 and heal that White Tiger equal to half the result. Protected Pulse Wave. Okay, alright. Looking at the dial, got a click of Stealth followed by a few clicks of Leap Climb. Nothing on attack. On defense, we open up with Willpower, which gives way to 3 clicks of Super Senses. On damage, we got a couple clicks of Perplex, and a couple clicks of Ranged Combat Expert. Alright, next up we have Nakia, who you may remember from Black Panther movie. Now, Nakia in the comics is a very different character from Nakia in the movie. While she is Wakandan, she is a spy, she's not remotely a love interest of T'Challa's. So, okay. Nakia comes in at 45 points as well. And much like Kevin Cole Black Panther, she also has a 5-point trait. In fact, she has 2 traits. The 5-point trait, Altar of Resurrection, which we'll get to in a moment, and Wakanda Forever, which we'll also get to in a moment. She also has the Wakanda, Spy, and Warrior keywords. So, her 5-point trait, Altar of Resurrection. When she would be KO'd, you may instead replace her with Malice from the same set on click number 5. If you do, after resolutions, roll a d6 and heal Malice equal to half the result, protected from Pulse Wave. Okay. Next up, Wakanda Forever. Now, Wakanda Forever is actually a trait that quite a few of the Wakanda figures in the set have. When Nakia would be KO'd, immediately after resolutions, heal a friendly character 1 click. If that friendly character has the Wakanda keyword, also modify their attack and damage by +1 until the end of your next turn. So that's not bad. Though it kind of does, an outsider's team could play havoc with this, provided they all have the outsider's team ability. All right, so looking at the dial, we got a click of stealth, followed by a couple clicks of running shot, followed by a couple clicks of sidestep. On attack, opens up blank, but then we get some precision strike, and then some Blade's Claw's Fangs. On defense, we open up with willpower for a few clicks, followed by a couple clicks of combat reflexes. On damage, we've got a click of perplex, and then a couple clicks at the end of exploit weakness. Not too shabby. Next up, we've got Black Widow. Alright, so Black Widow comes in at 35 points, has the Avengers and team abilities. Team player being a catch-all for wild cards. She's got the Avengers, Champions, Marvel Knights, Shield, Thunderbolts, Cosmic, Martial Artists, and Spy keywords. And she also has a costed trait. Bearer of the Space Gem, which costs an extra 5 points. Allows her to start the game with the Space Gem from this set already equipped. She's got a short dial, really. I mean, it's to be expected for 35 points, but still. 3 clicks of Leap Climb, 3 clicks of Incapacitate, 3 clicks of Combat Reflexes, and 3 clicks of Perplex. Simple. She sadly does not come with the Space Gem, though. So, yeah, you have to... I think it comes with the super rare Iron Man in the set. Hopefully, we'll be doing a more in-depth look at the set later on. So we'll see. Hopefully. Ooh, excuse me. Next up, we've got Hulk. Now, this version of Hulk is based on the Professor Hulk iteration from the early to mid '90s or so, which was part of the Peter David era, part of Peter David's era, or part of his run on the character. But yeah, this is very much Hulk from the Peter David Dale Keown era. So, Hulk comes in at 125 points, has the Avengers team ability. He also has the Avengers, Brute, Monster, and Scientist keywords, as well as improved movement, ignores and destroys blocking terrain. But he doesn't ignore elevated or hindering terrain, so he pretty much just kind of runs in and stop. Yeah. Okay, so we also got a trait. Everybody's got a trait. Yeah, pretty much everyone that I pulled has a trait of some type. So, Hulk's trait. Weakened by Rage. When Hulk takes damage from an attack, after resolutions, give him a Rage token. Modify Hulk's combat values by -X, where X is the number of Rage tokens, at the beginning of your turn. Remove all Rage tokens and heal Hulk that many clicks. Okay, apparently there was some... I must have had some misunderstanding with this, because... I thought it was... He got... When he took damage, he took that many Rage tokens. I think everyone was thinking that, because... Yeah, he's not as beastly as we all think. Huh. Okay. So, looking at the dial... We've got a couple clicks of charge, followed by a couple clicks of sidestep, then some flurry, then some more sidestep. On attack, we've got a couple clicks of Super Strength, followed by a couple clicks of Quake, followed by a couple clicks of Precision Strike, followed by a special power, Anti-Armor Cannon. Penetrating Psychic Blast with a range value of 6. Okay, alright. Then on defense, first off, he's Indomitable, which, as I always say, is a good thing. We got an 18 defense. Oh, starting off the dial, we've got we got Impervious for a couple clicks, then a couple clicks of Invulnerability. Then the remaining half of the dial is Toughness. Sadly, no regeneration. But he does have the healing thing, so yeah. On damage, we've got Outwit to start with, followed by Perplex for a couple clicks, followed by back to Outwit for a couple clicks, and back to Perplex for a couple clicks. Okay, yeah. He's a good figure, I can tell you that much. Alright, next up we've got Elektra. So Elektra is this set's shifting focus character. Shifting focus being a mechanic wherein you can switch out a character for another version of that character. As long as they both have the trait. So, she comes in at 75 points, has the Thunderbolts, Assassin, and Martial Artist keywords. She also has improved targeting, may make range attacks out of adjacency, including against the character she's adjacent to. And we've got 2 traits. First off is her Shifting Focus trait, Elektra Lives Again. The free action, or you can give her a free action if she began your turn on the map. Replace her with another character with the same trait. Next up, we've got Elektra, Contest of Champions. Once per turn, when she KOs an opposing character, you may roll a d6. If you do, after resolution, she makes a number of attacks equal to half the Damn it, son of a bitch. I forgot about that. Anyway, but she makes a number of attacks equal to half the result, closer range in any combination. Alrighty, so looking at the dial, we've got Running Shot for the first couple clicks, then 4 clicks of Sidestep. On attack, we've got 2 clicks of Penetrating Psychic Blast, nothing in the middle. Nothing in the middle when she actually has an 11 attack, no less. So I'm not too fond of how these ones are designed. And then at the end, we've got Precision Strike. On defense, we've got Super Senses for half the dial, followed by Willpower for the remaining half. On damage, we open up blank, and then for a couple clicks, then for the remaining 4, we've got Range Combat Expert. Okay, not too shabby. Next up is Anika. Anika is a member of the Dora Milaje. It's like the Midnight Angels. That's what they're called. They've actually been. They were showing up quite a bit in some of the War of the Realms stuff, which is great because they've been fighting the angels that are going after Africa. Alright, so Anika comes in at 50 points. She has the Wakanda and Warrior keywords, and she has a trait, Wakanda Forever, which is it's the same as the one that Nakia has. When she's KO'd, immediately after resolutions, you heal a friendly character with 1 click, and if they have the Wakanda keyword, you modify their attack and damage by +1 until the end of your next turn. Alrighty. Okay, so Anika actually might not be a Midnight Angel. Interesting. Alright, so looking at the dial, We open up with a couple clicks of sidestep, followed by a couple clicks of charge. On attack, we open up blank for a couple clicks. Then we get a couple clicks of Blaze Call's Fangs. On defense, we've got the special power Stolen Prototype Midnight Angel Armor, which is her defend and toughness. Now, defend will work great because on both of those clicks, she's got an 18 defense. So, yeah. But after that, she gets invulnerability, which is not too shabby. Then on damage, she's got a couple clicks of close combat experience at the beginning, and that's it. Not too shabby. Next up, we've got Enchantress. Now, WizKids kind of sort of messed this up a bit. This is based on a character from Dark Realm or Dark Reign, Young Avengers, and she was basically kind of that team's version, so to speak, of Wiccan. This is not Amora the Enchantress from the Thor comics. I think there actually is a relation between the two, but that's not her. However, they just kind of they didn't do the research too well. Okay, so Enchantress. She comes in at either 135 points or 90 points. Has the Mystics team ability. Always a good one. She also has the Asgardian, Illuminati, Masters of Evil, Young Avengers, and mystical keywords. And we got two traits. First off is Rule as the World Burns. When an opposing character rolls for leadership and the result is 1 or 2, remove an action token from Enchantress. Okay. Okay. Next up, we've got Beguiling Glamour. Mind Control. Shape Changer, only if she has 0 or 1 action tokens. So if she's got 2 action tokens, the jig's up, they know it's her. Alright, so looking at the dial, we open up on speed with Running Shot for a couple clicks. That gives way to a few clicks of Stealth, which then gives way to a couple clicks of Phasing Teleport. On attack, we open up with a few clicks of Penetrating Psychic Blast, followed by a couple clicks of Smoke Cloud. Yeah, okay, Smoke Cloud. Yeah, that's right. Then a couple clicks of Pulse Wave. On defense, we open up with a click of Invulnerability, followed by a couple clicks of Toughness, followed by a couple clicks of Barrier, where her defense value actually spikes up. But then it drops down substantially, I might add, when she's got Energy Shield Deflection. On damage, she opens up with a special power, Holding Her Own against the Sorcerer Supreme. The free action, roll a d6 and have the result and choose that many of the following powers to use until your next turn. Outwit, Perplex, and Probability Control. Yeah, she's something alright. But she's got that for 3 clicks, followed by a couple clicks of just plain Probability Control, and then back to Holding Her Own against the Sorcerer Supreme. That ain't bad. And finally, got a super rare. Kang the Conqueror. Love his little cloud chair. That's what everyone's going to be sitting on in the future. Cloud chairs. Mark my words. 1,000 years, cloud chairs for everybody. Alright, so Kang is the set's title character. Comes in at 80 points, and he's got the Avengers, Council of Kangs, Young Avengers, Future, Past, and Ruler and Scientist keywords. Now his trait is actually rather similar to title character and See Inside. So he has 3 abilities. First off, the important things, like all other title characters, if he activated plot ability but didn't attack an opposing character, he gets 1 unavoidable damage. Okay. Then we've got his KO point. What happens when he gets KO'd? At the end of each opposing player's turn, that player rolls a d6. On a 4 through 6, that player may remove an action token from one of their characters. Okay. So, the plot abilities. First off, for one plot point, you are watching history being made. Free action, you may generate a time portal marker in a square within range and line of fire. At the cost of removing a plot point. Time and time again. Free action. Place Kang the Conqueror in an unoccupied square within range that has a time portal marker and then heal him one click. That can actually be very useful. Especially if, say, you pushed him off of his first click and you've already got one of these set up. And the final one for X plot points. Kang Wars. X is any number up to the number of unoccupied time portal markers on the map. Free action. As a free action, place Kang the Conqueror in an unoccupied square with a time portal marker, then give him a close or range action. After resolutions, remove that marker. Kang the Conqueror may be given this free action up to X times. So if there are 5 markers on the map, you can remove 5 as long as he's got. Let's say he's got 5 tokens on 5 plot points on here. You can remove 5, and then he can just go for, boom, 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 boom. How he starts off with no plot points, so which makes sense. That way, your plot points and the number of time portal markers are, equal. All right. So what did I run? Well, the team ended up being Hulk, AIM Red Squad, Kang the Conqueror, and Elektra. To be fair, Kang is to be on there no matter what. It's a rare. It's not too often that you pull a super rare in a sealed event and don't run it. As for how I did, well, had a first round bye, so did all right there. Then went 300 to nothing in my favor in the second round, and then I got wiped out but I took some of my opponent's figures with me in the third round. Ended up overall coming in second place. As for last week with the Giant or Colossal, went with the Asgardians and did not do well at all. But yeah, some high points. Elektra and Kang taking out Black Bolt in a total of 3 attacks, which dealt, I want to say altogether, 13 damage. 13 penetrating damage, no less. So, yeah. The Red Squad, oh man. He's definitely on the list of figures I want more of, because that whole thing, empower or enhancement, oh yeah. And just, each one can. And then being part of a named team, both. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I did actually completely forget about Elektra's Contest of Champions trait. I think she actually did manage to KO an opposing character in the second round. So, I could then have rolled a dice and made some extra attacks. But I flubbed on that one. So anyway, that's it for now. Probably on Tuesday we'll have another building the team. Tomorrow or later on today, depends on when you see this. Or I mean, if you see it even later, it could be yesterday or 2 days ago. Who knows? But later on, we'll have a Mutant Monday episode up. That's gonna be it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Comment if you feel the urge. Hit the bell icon to be notified when I put new content. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, and Patreon are in the description box down below. This is Brock Rossbach signing off, saying live long and rock hard.